Hi, LPES. So, welcome to day 4 of Week of Respect. I can't believe that we're already on our 4th day of celebrating. You know, we've talked about a lot of things these past couple of days, a lot of different topics, and I thought we could kind of start off today's video by just reviewing. So, to think back to our first day, I think it was, that we were talking about Week of Respect, which was Blew Out Bullying Day on Monday. We were talking a lot about bullies or people who are being mean or teasing others and what our job is, even if we're not the person saying those mean things. So if you remember, we talked about having two choices. You could be two different things. Can you remember those words? I'm going to pause and see if your teacher can call on someone who remembers the two different things you can be when you see bullying or teasing happen. I'm hoping that you're probably done by now. um, so the two words that we talked about were, of course, let's say them together, upstander and bystander. Let's try that one more time in case you said the other one first. So we can talk about being an upstander or a bystander. And an upstander is someone who stands up, takes a stand against bullying or teasing, because not everything that happens that's not nice is bullying. Bullying is very serious. A lot of times in elementary school, we're just teasing someone or saying something we don't really mean to say or intending to hurt their feelings. But either way, we can be an upstander and making sure that we're taking a stand against bullying, taking a stand against someone who's being mean or hurtful. Or it could be a bystander. And if you're a bystander, it means you're standing by on the side, just kind of watching, observing, seeing something bad happening, and not choosing to do anything about it. So we all want to work to be better upstanders. And some ways that we can do this are pretty simple. You don't always have to run and tell an adult right away, though that might have to happen too. The first thing is to be a friend. If you see someone being teased or picked on by someone else, go up and show the person who's being teased or picked on that you are their friend. Because oftentimes when people are being mean, they don't expect other people to step in and to act kindly towards that kid. So including others, going up to them, saying their name like we practiced yesterday throughout the school, whatever it may be. Another way is you can try to disrupt the situation. So if someone is being teased or bullied, you can try and get that kid who's being teased away from the situation. So if you're on the playground, pulling them away from whoever's being mean and saying, let's go do something over here, or let's go play a game over there, let's go onto the field today if you're allowed on the field. And doing something like that where you're getting them out of that situation. The third way you can do it is by addressing it head on and saying something to the person who is actively being mean, asking them nicely to stop, telling them that they're hurting someone's feelings, seeing if you can get them to understand how they would feel if they were in that situation, if they were the person being teased or bullied or made fun of. And then, of course, the fourth thing, the last thing, is to tell an adult. If someone is repeatedly having this happen, or if someone is really upset, or if I'm going to use the bully word, but what the person said was incredibly not nice or hurtful or inappropriate, then getting an adult involved to make sure that they can help. So at the beginning of the week, we talked about being an upstander versus being a bystander and what that looks like. And then on Tuesday and a bit yesterday too, we talked about the importance of saying hello, of using people's names, of using kind manners as we walk through the school. Things that are very simple to do, but we don't always remember to do them. And for my younger students, my kindergartners, even my first graders, maybe it's something that we're still working on. It's something that we're still learning. By fourth grade, I think we know that when someone holds the door for us, we say thank you, or if someone's walking behind us, we hold the door for them. Simple acts or gestures that can mean so much to other people. And speaking of other people and simple acts, yesterday we also talked about the importance of gratitude, of showing gratefulness or thankfulness for those that are in our lives, for our bus drivers who make sure that we get home safe every day, for the lunch aides who keep us safe in the cafeteria and on the playground, for our teachers, for our secretaries, for the custodians. There's so many people that work to make your school a safe place and to make it a place that hopefully you want to come and be. So making sure that we're grateful for those things and those people, and making sure we say thank you. And if we don't know their name, asking their name. It's okay to not know someone's name and to ask them or introduce yourself so that then you know who they are and they know who you are, and it makes our entire school a better place. So, all of that being said, I was trying to think about what other topics I really wanted to cover with all of you this week, and I was reminded about a video that I did for Week of Respect a few years ago, and it involved my fourth graders now when they were a bit younger. I think they were in second grade. And you know what? It's easier to just show you than it is to tell you. So for right now, I'm actually going to pass it over to past Mrs. Heffler, to old Mrs. Heffler, and she's going to take it over and talk with you, and maybe even some of actually you who are watching this now. You might see yourself on there from when you were in second grade. And it might help us to understand the importance of our words both positively and negatively. Using our words to say hello and to have kind manners and to greet people by their name, and how that can affect people in a positive way, but also how our words, when we choose to use them in a negative way, the effects that they can have, and how it can be impossible to take words back once they're said. So, as I said, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to turn it over to the other Mrs. Heffler. Take it away. I have a little team here with me today to help me film this video. Can you all say hello to Miss Katsopoulos' class? Some people over there. Oops. So Miss Katsopoulos' class is here today to help teach us all a little bit about respect. But believe it or not, before we have our lesson on respect, I have two very special participants from Miss Katsopoulos' class who are going to be doing a little competition for us. Our competitors today are Brooke and Michael. Brooke and Michael, can you wave to the camera? Wave to the folks at home. So, Brooke and Michael are going to be having a little competition with toothpaste. Can you guys hold up those toothpaste tubes? Their competition is going to be to see who can empty out all the toothpaste from their toothpaste tube the fastest. Are you ready? Can you unscrew those toothpaste caps? And you're going to be putting them right onto the dish, okay? On your mark. Get set. Go! So, I think it was pretty close, but Brooke maybe won by just a little bit. Michael, you did a great job too. Now I have a new challenge for them. Now, the challenge is going to be, we are going to see who can get all the toothpaste back into the tube the fastest.
What? How do you get it back in?
How do you get it back in? You need to use the spoons to try and get the toothpaste back in. Let's see if we could do it. On your mark, get set, go.
Oh my God! That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you know what? pause right there. Oh no! So put your toothpaste tubes
Just
down.
eat it.
We're gonna pause for
I
a
know.
moment. Brooke's gonna go wash her hands, and then we'll be right back. We are back with Ms. Katsopoulos' class. We just had our toothpaste competition, and then we asked our contestants to try and squeeze the toothpaste back into the toothpaste tube. Okay. Ms. Katsopoulos' class, I have a question for you. Were our contestants able to put the toothpaste back in the tube? Let's look at what happened. Did it work out for us, guys? Can you hold up your plates? No, the toothpaste is still there. It wasn't able to go back into the tube. Now, boys and girls, you might be saying to yourself, what does all of this have to do with respect?
Yeah.
Can I borrow your toothpaste for a second, Mike?
Sure.
Thank you. When Michael squeezed all the toothpaste out of this tube, it was like he was squeezing out all of the mean things that we sometimes say to each other, either on the playground or at recess or on the bus. We're so quick sometimes to use our words and to say things that we don't mean. Can't tell you how many times I've had kids come into my office and say, Mrs. Heffler, I'm really sad today because someone said that they don't want to be my friend anymore. And so often, we don't really mean what we're saying. But here's the problem. Just like the toothpaste that was squeezed out of this tube, once we say those words, it is almost impossible to take them back again. Just like it's almost impossible to get all that toothpaste back into the squeezed out tube. So what I'm asking you today, for our third day of Week of Respect, is I'm asking you to be aware of the words that we say. Try to pick your words carefully. Try to do it in a way that makes sure that we're not hurting other people's feelings. Because once we say those words, can't take them back. And sometimes, just like the toothpaste, our words can make a big mess. And we don't want that to happen. So for right now, I hope we learned a little something from Brooke and Michael's toothpaste experiment. I hope we can be careful of the way that we talk to one another. I hope we can treat each other especially kindly and not treating each other kindly just for this week or just for today. This is us trying to make ourselves better for the rest of our lives from here on out. So, that being said, I hope you all have an excellent day. Ms. Katsopoulos' class, can you say goodbye as well?
Goodbye.
All right, friends, I hope you have a great day, and I hope you have an awesome week of respect. Bye.